Hey folks, welcome back. So today is going to be more about a video about the in-force tactical light here. There was an issue I've noticed where before I do like a full review, I kind of want to show a little problem with it that I had. And in this case, the way you're supposed to store this light is that because there's always a contact switch here into this light, that you will always be draining some of the battery if you leave it threaded in like this. Even though the light's not on, well now it's on right now, right? But even though it's not on anymore, right? So let go of the switch, it's still draining the battery. So in order, and this is per the manufacturer, in order to prevent it from losing power, you're supposed to turn it 1/4 of an inch, I think, so that it disconnects from the circuit basically and doesn't drain the power, and that's how you do long-term storage. I did that and I noticed that it still turns on, and I wondered, well, how much do you have to turn to keep doing that? And it still turns on. Turns out the model I got was kind of faulty because, as you can tell, it turns right off, and I'm not able to actually turn it out. So I'm going to try to see if I can use some thread lock, hopefully, to tighten it in and keep it in place. Because when you're turning it, you're supposed to be able to turn this whole bulb part and unleash it. So let's see what happens here. I got some thread lock right here. Actually I'm having some second thoughts since I'm reading the instructions a little bit more carefully. It just says you're not supposed to use it because it won't adhere to plastic, unfortunately. It has to be metal on metal only. So the blue thread lock is just not going to work. I do have, so I kind of just wasted money on this. This is not, I mean, it's like $6, but I think I'm not going to use this. So I never even opened this. I'm going to try to go with the Gorilla Glue, and hopefully that works. The point of it is I just need this to attach strong enough so that I can unscrew the bulb out, and we'll go from there. So let's see, hopefully this is still, we only need a little bit of super glue here, but okay. Let that sit for a little bit. Okay, so hopefully I didn't use too much glue there. It should be enough to, you don't want to use too much because then it's going to stick to the O-ring back there, and the whole thing is going to be tougher to remove. So I just use a dab a little bit there, and hopefully when I screwed in the plastic outer shell, it would, spread it evenly among the threads. So I'll leave it about for 24 hours just to let it really set in. I mean, this stuff does dry out really quickly, like within like 2-3 minutes. It's done and it's stuck, and you would have a really hard time taking it out. But in order to really let it solidify and everything like that, they recommend waiting for a little bit longer. So we'll check this back in tomorrow morning, and hopefully it will be enough to unscrew it. And definitely, hopefully, it's not too much where the point it's stuck and then the whole thing is messed up. All right, let's see what happens tomorrow. Alright, so it's been 24 hours. No, not really. It's just been, it's just next morning, basically. And so, if I pull down the switch here, notice how it doesn't turn on, but that's because it finally works now. The plastic casing is finally screwed on tightly enough that when I turn it out, I will be able to remove the entire bulb. So, as you can see here, but notice how it comes out like that, and then you can see the battery in the inside. That's how you would replace the battery too. And by the way, it's a CR2 battery. You can find them at the store anywhere really for like about $6, or maybe they usually packs of 2, so they'd be about like $10 to $12 for those batteries, lithium-ion batteries. So not like they're not super unique or anything like that, but they're not your AA or AAAs or anything like that. Anyway, so that worked. So let me put it back in. So normally when you turn it 1/4 of a notch or something, you're basically loosening it out so that this point isn't making contact with the battery, not draining it. put it back in. To reinstall, and I'll show you all how it works. So if I need it, so right now it's off, right? But I need it to be a little bit tighter. Now it should be on. See, pretty bright, right? Now, if I'm done using it, or if it's say daytime, or if I'm doing long-term storage, all I do is now turn it a bit like that, and now it's, notice I'm pressing the left or the switch, and it's not actuating because it's no longer making contact. And by doing that, it's no longer draining the battery. So that's how you would store it. Once you're, intending to, or knowing you'll be able to possibly using it, just turn it back to tighten it, and it'll be on again. Cool stuff, right? So now that we got that squared away, we can get on with the rest again later on. Thanks, folks.